Well, after dealing with the significant flooding yesterday, we are unfortunately dealing with the risk of seeing another round of flooding later on today because, well, atmosphere is almost exactly the same. We are seeing a few storms trying to bubble up right now over Chemung County, right near the Bradford County line there. Storms are starting to bubble up now, so we're keeping a very close eye on this because as we go on into the afternoon, these storms will pack a lot of moisture as this cold front starts its approach across the area. But you'll notice a lot of storms popping up in central Pennsylvania, and that will continue the risk we're going to see as we head on into the afternoon. So first look weather for today, the heavy rain risk is the main threat here, as well as the potential to see some more flash flooding arrive, especially in those hardest hit areas that we saw last night. Timing wise, right now I'm still thinking around 3 to 11 o'clock in the morning or in the evening, but if things change and storms are bubbling up sooner than most models predict, might arrive sooner, it might leave sooner than anticipated, which would be good news. And we are looking at rainfall rates in some cells potentially up to 2 inches an hour. So let's take a look at the excessive rainfall outlook. Again, that slight risk, 10 to 20% chance that heavy rainfall could produce flash flooding. The key word in there is could. This is not a guarantee that it will happen, but you need to stay weather aware, especially because those areas that are underneath this flood watch here, Tioga, Broome, Delaware County, Susquehanna, and Bradford counties down in the northern tier of Pennsylvania, all had flash flooding yesterday. Ground is already ripe for the potential to see that happen, so you need to stay weather aware. Make sure you have ways to get warnings and look at the live radar. And Storm Team 12 Weather app is a great way to do that. And you'll also notice marginal risk of severe weather today. We have the kitchen sink being thrown at us here as we head on into the afternoon. 4 o'clock in the afternoon, according to this short-term model here, yeah, some showers and storms moving on through. This one actually paints a nicer picture. If this was the case, I think we would take this 5 times out of 5, but I do think we'll see a lot more activity than what this model is picking up. If this verifies, this is the best case scenario. We avoid all that flash flooding, we avoid all the heavy rain, but we're still watching for the risk there because short-term models have had a tough time recently picking up the potential here for those convective-based storms. So you need to stay weather aware throughout the afternoon, but the good news is as we head towards our Tuesday, skies look much quieter here. This is the 1-hour flash flood guidance. So this is showing what might happen if we reach 1.1 inches in Tioga County. So this may, if we reach that rainfall total, that could cause flash flooding to occur. But this is a generalized amount across the entire region. We know for certain there are certain areas in Tioga County this will be much, much lower. So again, you just have to stay weather aware here. And if we get long-lasting thunderstorms here as well, here's a 6-hour guidance. Again, Tioga County below 2 inches over 6 hours. Very plausible to do, so we got to keep a very close eye on that. Rainfall-wise, again, this is the short-term model we've been using all over the place. This is a change from earlier today. You got to understand it's going to be hit and miss. Not everyone will see the heavy rain, but those areas that saw the heaviest of rain yesterday, even if they just get a ½ inch, that will probably be enough to set off some minor flooding here across the region. So just stay weather aware throughout the afternoon. The good news is we do see some dry time heading into Tuesday, and then unsettled conditions return for Wednesday afternoon, Thursday afternoon, Friday afternoon, temperatures in the 80s. Dry day on Saturday for more thunderstorms on Sunday. So a very active stretch of weather to say the least here as we begin this week.